Gentlemen, you're welcome to today's tutorial, and I am Ezekiel Ayomide Taiwo, popularly known as Creative EY, and I'm going to be teaching you how to create this amazing flyer design from scratch. And trust me, you're going to like it. It's amazing. Okay, that's further ado, let's bump into Photoshop proper. So just head over to our Photoshop. Once you've double clicked on your Photoshop after installation, then you just open it, and then when you open it, you get to see this screen, and then you just go over to your to this layer over here and click on 2000. You can type it again, but let me type it again, 2000 by 2000, right? And you put it this measurement at pixels, leave it that way, resolution 300, orientation landscape, then color mode RGB color, and then background white. Just leave it the same way it is, and then just click on create. So voila, we are into it now. So we'll be creating the design I showed you earlier, which is very simple. Now first off, we need to get the content, so I'll just drag in the former design from my folders and drag it into Photoshop. Just drag it in and drop it, so here it has show up. So I'll just now reduce it a little bit and then leave it that way. Click on enter to go over that selection. To it was like this before. So if you press enter or click on this check mark, it will be placed in Photoshop. Hope you get. So let's type in what we've got here. So I'll just head over to my type tool and just click on it. So I'll just click on anywhere. I'll start typing. I'll just type, okay, attention. Start. Attention, food lovers. And I'll just type is about to make your life deliciously easier. And I'll press Ctrl E on my keyboard to highlight it, and then reduce the size. I head over to the size panel and click on it, and then reduce the size to like 16. I think 16 is good, so we can see what we are typing. So let me Ctrl E again, and then see the padding is too much, so we have to kind of reduce the padding a little bit. So okay, so I click on the move tool and then just move it a little bit. I'll move it up a little bit, and then now I need to type. Okay, Ctrl Z. Oh no, Ctrl here. So let me move it back up, and then so I'll just copy this. Now to copy this, which I did just now, just click on Alt on your keyboard, and then let's click and drag. Once you do that, you see that whatever you are doing is going to duplicate. So that's it. So now I'll just double click on it to change the write-ups to satisfy your cravings. Satisfy your cravings with just a tap with the app. Alright, I think that's all for the words that are there. So I think we are good to go. So now I'll change this fonts to Montserrat. I'll type Montserrat on my keyboard, and then if I would like to bring it, and then I'll just head over and select Montserrat semi-bold. I'll click on it. Now that's cool. Now let me reduce the padding a little bit to, I think 16 is cool. Yeah, 16 is cool. I'll just keep it here. So now I think now what we need now is to change this to Montserrat, because most of the fonts I use, I think it's one font I use, just the Reese Kitchen that's different, and then the fonts I use is called Impact, and then the Reese Kitchen I think is a foodie. We get to see it. Okay, so let me just change this to Montserrat, then change it here to semi bold, and then centralize it a little. So just keep it here for future purpose. So now we need to make the design start popping. Now we need to create this kind of gradient, this ash and white gradient. So we'll just do just that. So let's hide this JPEG, our former design. Let's hide it so we can get to see what we are doing. So I've hide it. Now we head over to this to our adjustment layer panel, displays this downside, and then click on it. Then you go to your gradients, click on gradient. Now Violet has bring it. So now we choose something else in the gradient. Let's choose basics. Let's see. So we've chosen the basics to be this. So you can choose to edit the basics too. So you click on that. This is what I did there. I just click on here, and then on the basics double click on it, and then change it to like form of ash look, and so we're getting there. Yeah, something like this is cool. Now you can click on OK. Yeah, I think we are done with that. So now we drag this layer from top to bottom to become our background. So now I think we are getting there a little bit. So now what is next is the Reese Kitchen text effects, which I am going to put the link below the description so that you guys can download it and then use it. So this is what's going to happen. Now just head over to where I keep the file. It's here. So I already opened it in my Photoshop to avoid delay. So this is the text effects. When you download it, this is how you are going to see it. So you just open it on your Photoshop, it is here. So this is it. So it's here. So all you need to do now is just head over to the text effects panel, click on it, and then double tap on this icon over here, this smart object thumbnail. Double tap on it, and it's going to take you to where you can edit and change the write-ups. Now the font being used here for the food that we are going to change to Reese Kitchen is called Luckiest Guy. The font is called Luckiest Guy. So let's change it to Reese Kitchen. Reese Kitchen. Let's type in the kitchen. So we've typed in the kitchen, so I'll just kind of press enter over here. So but you see it's congested, so we need to increase the padding so that you can get to see what we've done over there. So let's increase it to 72. It's still not showing very well, so let's take it to 100. I think this is cool. Now let's centralize it over here. Click on it. Now I think we are good. Now this is just too big, it is oversized, so we need to size it to this artboard so that we can see what we are doing very well. So I'm decreasing the size, making it to fit into this artboard. So this is it. So let me make it a little bigger. That's it. Okay, so I think we are done with that. So now all we are going to do is just we'll click on this cancel button over here. Once we've done that, you click on it, and then it's going to show you a pop-up information that you should save what you've done. If you don't save it, then your the informations you've put in, and then your files you've placed here, the text effects that we've done, will not really show in the text effects design. So let's try to say yes and see how it's going to look like. Now can you see? So the text effect has visualized over here, and then we can see it very clearly. So that's it. So now what's going to happen is that, so we are going to hide some layers here, like the background, like the text, that's the unnecessary text. I think that's cool. So now I think we are good. So now we can't copy this, because you can't copy this to our original design, which is here, because it is very heavy, and although we can do it, but then it's going to make your work very slow and your file will be very heavy. So and if you're using a kind of PC that's very slow, it can take you ages for you to do that. So a better way to do this is just press alt control shift E to export it in Photoshop directly. This is what we call Photoshop exporting. So it's going to export this text effect in Photoshop. You don't have to go out, you don't have to export it as PNG. So you just need to see. Can you see now? If we hide all the layers and leave it, this is what we've exported. See, can you see it? It's now exported as normal JPEG, like normal file. You can get to shift it the way you like, and it's very easier and faster. So once we've done that, we just drag it into our file, and then you see, voila, wow, it's getting interesting. It's getting interesting. I hope you're liking it. So now can you see? So we are getting there gradually. We are getting there. So this is how we get this text effect, and which is very sweet to great designs are very simple. It is just the thinking that's quite hard. Once you're being given a design, can you think about the kind of design that you can come up with, or you just have to go and copy? So it all depends on you. So I've placed the text effect, which is very cool. Now we need to put in this attention food lovers above the Risk Kitchen, like we did for the former design. So I'll double click on the text effect, and then I'll press Ctrl X to copy it. So I'm gonna backspace. Okay, now click on the check mark over here, click on it. Yeah, so I'm going to duplicate this by holding Alt and left click to drag it. See, we have the duplicate. Now double click on it. Now press Ctrl V to paste what we've copied. So which is this. So we've copied it. So now I'll try to make it a little bolder because it is somehow light. Yeah, I think let's increase the size. 24 is too much. I think 18 is better. So now we've done just that, and it is here. Now if you check the former design which we did, the attention food lovers is quite bent. It's kind of bent, do you get? So let's make ours too bent. So what we are going to do is just right click, go to the layers panel, because this is the layers panel. Right click on it and go to warp text. Now click on warp text, and go over to none, and then arc. Once you've done arc, you see it's going to show you how the thing looks like. So you have to adjust it a little bit to make it a little bent like this. So I think we are good. So So I think this is fine. This is good. So this is good. So now we're just trying to align it with the text effects, make it kind of cool. So now we are going to now arrange this text over here, but the padding is too much, so we have to kind of reduce it a little bit. So we'll just go over to the character panel, that's the text effects, the text panel, and then decrease the padding a little bit. So I think this is cool. Let's see, it's in. Okay, this is fine. So let's see how it is. Okay, it is bent too over there, so we need to bend it. We do the same process. We go over to our layer panel and right click on the text effect, and convert. No, sorry, go to our warp text and then click on it and go to none and then arc, and then reduce it. The same step that we took the other time. So I think this is cool a little bit. So now but it's too big, let's reduce the size a little. I think this is fine. This is fine like this. This is fine. So take it up a little bit and arrange it. So we are getting there. So now what is next is the phone that we used, the iPhone that we used, the iPhone mockup that we use. So I will also be dropping the link to getting the iPhone mockup in my description, so don't panic, you're covered, don't panic. So I already have the file folder open here, but then I have opened it on my Photoshop to avoid kind of slow motion and making long video, which I can make a little shorter, so to avoid time wastage and all. So I've already opened it on my Photoshop. Just go back to my Photoshop and then click on the iPhone 14 mockup. Now this is it. Can you see it? This is very cool and very fantastic. So now it's a mockup, so we need to impute the logo or any kind of design inside the mockup. So I'll just go over to this layer panel over here and then click on your design here and then double click on it. You see, that's taking us into the screen of the phone. So all we need to do now is just go over and get our our logo. Let's search for it. So let's see, Ari's Kitchen, where is it? Okay, this is it. So now all I'm going to do now is just drag it into the file and the Photoshop file, and then you can see it does pop up. So you can just decide to leave it like this, or you can just add a little background to it, white, make it white, and then the background is there, and then you drag it down. Yep, can you see? So you're getting there. So once you've done this, you go over to this cancel button again and then cancel it and click on yes to save the changes you've done. Now can you see it is reflected? But I think let's go back there. The logo is just too small, it's way too small, so let's enlarge it a little bit, yeah, so it can be visible. So let's cancel it again and then click on yes. Yeah, now I think it's visible. Now we can see it from a distance. So now we need to export these as PNG and take it to our design, so we can continue with our design. But then we need to do the same process we did for that logo text effect. So I'm going to add the background and then you're left with this. So what I'm going to do again is I'm going to hold Alt Ctrl Shift E to export it directly in this place in here in Photoshop. So I'll just do that, and then Violet has exported it. So let's add these folders that was there before. Now can you see it's there? I can maneuver every other thing here, and then it's just in JPEG format. It's not editable again because I've exported it here in Photoshop. So I'll just drag it into my design. Yeah, drag it into my design and then Violet. You see, we're getting there gradually. So can you see we're getting there? we're getting there. So I think it's there now. So I think the Risk Kitchen and the Attention Food Lovers, those texts, they are just too big, so we need to adjust them, kind of, make it a little smaller so the iPhone mockup can stay very well. So let's shift a little up and then try to reduce this. So that's very cool. And then yeah, that's it. So now let's drag this a little bit up and reduce it a little. So I think that's cool. That's cool. So now I think we're getting there. So now we just drag this mockup down a little bit and then you see we are good to go. So let's check the formal design. Let's see what we've done there. Can you see? Okay. So now we need to make this, let's drag it up a little bit and then now we're getting there. So we're getting there. Let's kind of align it. Now to align something here in Photoshop, you click on the two texts that you want to align together by holding Shift and then go to this place, align horizontal centers, and then align it. So it's already aligned, so there's no issue with that. So I think we are good to go. So now bring my my mockup to the center a little bit and then now we are getting there. So now what's next is let's check the formal design. So you need to arrange this text effect, this and put this PNG Google Play and App Store here. So let's do just that. So I'll just reduce this. Okay, I reduce it and then kind of play with this a little bit. Now go back. Okay, and then yes, we're getting there gradually. So now once you've done this and then we shift it up a little bit and then now we are going to get the PNG stuff we use over here. So let's go design to where I download it and then okay, this is it now here. I'll just drag it into my Photoshop file, into our design that we are making already. So now I'll reduce the size and then bring it down a little bit. Okay, I think this is fine. So we need to take the two up, so I'll highlight it. So I'll just click on this and hold Shift on my keyboard and click on these two, and I'll click on the arrow button, the up arrow button on my keyboard, and that's it. Paula, we're getting there. Yeah, let me arrange this there. So we're getting there. So what is next now is the okay, is the date and then the box we drew there. So let's move to the date and then let's do that just now. So to zoom in, hold Alt on your keyboard and then if you're using mouse, just scroll. You see, scroll in as if you are scrolling up, and then you can zoom in. Then you can do the same thing by scroll back to zoom out. So that's how to zoom in, the fastest method to zoom in. So now once we've zoomed in already, so we'll draw the box we used. So let's go back to our box. So once we click on it, so we'll draw it. Okay, this is not box, this is circle. Ctrl Z. So click on the rectangle tool and then let's try to draw it over here. Yep, we're good. So now the color we used, so to get colors here in Photoshop, all you need to do is very simple. Now once you've drawn it, let's first of all do this. Now you see this cycle stuff over in this box that we just drew, this icon here, just drag it down a little bit. Can you see? We've done the magic there. So now what is next now is to change the color. Now go over to your layers panel by your right and click on this icon here, this down stuff here. Double click on it and then it's going to take you to the color. Now to get the color we used, just use your arrow and click on this yellow color over here and then bam, can you see? So let's click on OK. So that's it for that. So we've done that and then that's cool. So now we need to put the dates and then all. So I think we're getting there. Now can you see? It's fantastic. So let's bring this down a little bit. Let me take this phone down a little bit and then try to bring this down with my button on my keyboard. Yeah, I think it's cool. So now you can decide to just take out your time when you are doing it. Take out your time and then do it very perfectly. So that's it. So now what is next is to put the dates. Come November 1st. So now this is what we are going to do now. We just copy this, click on Alt and left click and drag. Yeah, that's it. So double click on it. Now type come on your keyboard. So that's it. And then let's try to make it a little bolder. Ctrl A to highlight it and then go to bold here. So that's it. Then bring it here. Let's bring it here. Okay, you see what happened here is that this is because the text we dragged from there, it's below the shape we just draw. Should get so now to make our text visible now, so we just drag it a little bit up in the layer panel. So now it's going to show now can you see? So now I'm going to type come November 1st, right? So let's type it again. So now we'll copy this come now again and then drag it down and then double click on it and then type November. Oh, that's V. November full stop and first. So now we're going to change the fonts type. So we highlight it and then go to the fonts and then type impacts. Now we've done it, we type impact and then voila, that's it. So now we drag it, make it a little bit bolder and then yeah, that's it. So that's it. So let's do this together. So now let's try to arrange it over here. Let's try to arrange it. Now we've done that. Okay, come November 1st. Okay, we're coming November 1st. So that's it. And then you see, let's check out what we did here. Okay, seems like the box is a little bit longer, so we can reduce it. Something like this, it should be okay. Now I think we are good with this. Let's try to adjust it to the sides a little bit. It seems okay. Click on all and hold your shift key and then press your right arrow key to move it to the right and then press Ctrl 0 to zoom out to now we're getting there. So now that's it. Now I think we're fine with the design now. We're good with it. So what we are going to do next is to save our project, because we have done the hard work and we need to save. If you don't save if your work crashes, that's all for you. You can save it as whatever you like. I already have it saved on my PC, so I don't really need to save it again. So once you save it, you put in your name you would like and then click on save. Then I'm not saving it on my system because I already have it, so just cancel. So now what we are going to do next is we'll export this file into Photoshop itself, so that we can edit it further. So now what I'm going to be doing now is the crucial aspect of the design. Do you get? So let's get into it. Before then, let's group all our layers here. Let's highlight everything, hold shift and group them, Ctrl G to group. Now let's delete this. Let's delete it. Okay, that's it. So now let's click on let's click on Alt Control. Yeah, let me adjust this first. Let's click on Alt Control E, Alt Control Shift E to export it here on Photoshop. Yes, it has exported it. Let's see what we've done. See, let's hide the group item. So can you see it has exported it here? Now we just click on it and head over to our filter selection and go over to our camera raw and click on it. So once it has opened, yeah, so we'll just go over to the texture part and then try to give it fine tuning. It might not really show because it's white and then there's no form of manipulation in it, but then it will make the work very sharp and then make it very cool. Had it been it is a kind of work that has many colors, maybe it's manipulation also, you can now temper with all this exposure, contrast, highlight, and then even go further to curve, detail, color mixer, color grading and all. But then it's just simple white design and then we don't really need to overdo it. And then if we overdo it, we are going to change the brand's color, which is not what we wanted. So just click on OK and wait for it to have effects. Now if you notice very well, you see the difference. So let's try to check it out. So this is what we've done after this after the effect. Now this is before the effect, now this is after. So once we've done, so we'll just go over to our file and export it. Go to save for web. Now it's going to show here. Once you click on save for web, it's going to show, and now you put your settings, put JPEG here. Now put maximum here and then the quality should be 100 as usual. So just click on save. Once you click on save, it's going to show you the name in which you are going to impute it as, and then you can put the name. Let's imagine I want to put my name AY. This is how I spell my AY, AWHY. So I'll just click on save. Without that, I save. And this is how to create this simple design flyer. Please do help to follow me on my YouTube and do subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so you can get to see my videos. Please like, please share, and then you can follow me up on Instagram at Creative AY. Thank you very much. I am so grateful.